Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So today, I will be discuss about disaster risk reduction and management, or what we call DRRM, particularly why it is important for us as a social work student to study this. So, bakit nga ba natin kailangan pag-aralan ang DRRM? Well, imagine a life as a sudden typhoon, sometimes ready ka, minsan hindi. Kung di ka handa, medyo masama ang outcome, di ba? Same din sa principle applies sa disaster. As a social workers, we need to know how to respond, prevent, and prepare communities para hindi sila totally overwhelmed. So, bakit nga ba importante ang preparedness and social response during disaster? So, like for instance, ang preparedness is gina-make sure mo na may extra charger ka bago ka mag-long trip. So, di lang ikaw yung makaka-survive. So, social response on the other hand is gina-ensure that when disaster strike, help reach the people who need it most. Kumbaga, hindi lang ikaw yung makaka-survive sa hugot ng buhay, kundi makakatulong ka din sa iba na para bang hero ka sa sarili nilang storya. Oops, intro pa lang yon. So, let's talk about the history of DRRM in the Philippines. So, the history of DRRM in the Philippines show na dati ang focus lang talaga is sa relief after ng disaster. Kumbaga is naghihintay muna ng bagyo bago kumilos. Pero through time is nag-shift na tayo sa proactive and integrated framework. Lalo na nung naipasa ang Republic Act 10121 in 2010. So, ito yung batas na nag-establish ng NDRRMC at nag-introduce ng 4 pillars, which is yung prevention and mitigation, preparedness, response, and rehabilitation and recovery. So, importante ito kasi ngayon ang social worker and other sectors ay may clear role na in every stage ng disaster. Hindi tayo puro rescue and relief lang, kundi may mga prevention at planning na rin. So, next is yung sa early disaster management practice. So, nung una, ang disaster management sa bansa is reactive lang talaga. So, puro lang relief goods, temporary shelters, and tulong after ng bagyo. That's it. Pero, pero walang prevention at wala ring long-term na plano. Then, dumating yung CDRC, or what we called Citizen Disaster Response Center noong 1984. Sila yung nag-pioneer ng community-based disaster management, training locals, and nag-build ng capacity para kahit walang tulong agad from the national government is ready na ang communities. Just like nung iniwan ka ng jowa mo dati, puro lang relief goods lang ang binibigay mo sa sarili mo. Yak, chocolate and ice cream lang. Pero nung natuto ka na, nagkaroon ka na ng community-based approach like yung tropa, kapitbahay, kapatid, lahat nakastambay para sa heartbreak drills mo. Next is yung sa evolution of laws and policies. So ngayon is pumunta naman tayo sa mga batas na kung saan is ito yung nag-shape ng DRRM. First is yung PD 1566 in 1976, established the National Disaster Coordinating Council or NDCC as the principal policymaking body for disaster-related concern, laying the groundwork for national structure. Next is yung sa RA 7160, the Local Government Code in 1991. So, this law complemented the existing framework by promoting the decentralization and empowering the local government unit or LGUs in disaster management. The third one is the Republic Act 10121 in 2010, the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management or DRRM Act. So this landmark law replaced the reactive system with a proactive and inclusive approach, institutionalizing the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council or NDRRMC, and establishing the National Disaster Risk Management Framework. Next is pag-usapan naman natin yung mga major milestone ng Republic Act 10121 in 2010. So, in 2010 is the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act, or what we call the Republic Act 10121 was enacted. So, this law transformed DRRM from reactive to proactive and integrated. So, it established the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, a central body that coordinate all disaster-related activities in the country. So, we have 4 pillars approach under the RA 10121. First is yung prevention and mitigation, which is ito yung reduce ng risk before the disaster happen. The second one is yung preparedness. So, ito naman yung mga nagpre-prepare ng mga community with drills, early warning, and training. So, third is yung sa response. So, act quickly when the disaster strike to save their lives. So, lastly is yung rehabilitation and recovery. So, ito yung mga ga-help sa community and ga-build ng mga nasira after the disaster. So, pag-usapan naman natin yung relevance nito sa social work. So, why do we as a social work students care about DRRM? First is a community engagement. So, as a social work student or as a social work is we help to build resilience community. Parang kaibigan ka ng nagbibigay ng tips para di ma-recheck ng buhay ang community mo. Next is capacity building. So, we train and teach people how to prepare for disaster. Think of it as giving life hacks para sa sudden problem, parang sa cheat code ng game ng buhay. Third is the advocacy and policy influence. We push the DRRM integration in local development plans. Kumbaga, hindi lang tayo basta helper. We make sure the policy are fair and inclusive, especially for the vulnerable people. Pang-apat is the direct response and recovery. During the disaster, we provide psychosocial support. Parang kaibigan na andyan kapag broken-hearted. Hindi lang materials help, kundi emotional support din. Panglima is about the interdisciplinary collaboration. We coordinate with different sectors. Imagine being part of a team where lahat may skills like life, mas effective ang pagtutulungan. So, ayun. From reactive to proactive, from relief only to 4 pillars framework, nakita natin kung paano nag-evolve ang DRRM sa Philippines. At syempre, kung gaano kaimportante ang role ng mga social workers in making communities resilient and ready. So, studying the DRRM in social work is like preparing for life disaster na may pagkakataon na sakuna ang dumating. Pero kung handa ka, hindi ka lang makakasurvive. Nakakatulong ka na rin sa iba. For last is parang love life ulit, no? Minsan, nasasaktan ka, pero mas ready ka na sa next chapter.